I'd like to talk about our hiring process and share some tips and tricks to help your application stand out. First, let's talk about our hiring process from the time you submit your application to the interview stage. The overall process typically takes between 2 to 6 weeks. Step 1 is to apply online. Once you identify a job opportunity that you're interested in, carefully review the employment standards section of the job posting, which lists the minimum qualifications for the position. One thing to note, government jobs like those here at the County of Santa Clara have very clear and somewhat rigid requirements. Unlike the private sector where there might be some flexibility to accept candidates who don't meet the listed qualifications, we adhere to specific standards that leave no room for interpretation. This means our job descriptions and requirements are precise, and there's no ambiguity about what experience is required. That's why it's so important to review the employment standards section carefully. That said, if you're all at all unsure about whether you meet these minimum requirements, I encourage you to apply anyway. We recognize that there might be great candidates with valuable experience who might still fit the role. Next, click on the Apply Now button to submit your application. Another tip is to be sure to answer all those supplemental questions thoroughly. This is your opportunity to share your skill set and highlight your qualifications. The more detailed your response is, the better chances of standing out to the hiring department. Do you see more than one job opportunity that you think you'd be a good fit for? Then apply for all of them. Applying for multiple positions will not negatively affect your chances of being hired. In fact, it can increase your chance of finding the best fit for your skills and experience. Step 2 is the appeal period. If your application does not meet the employment standards and/or competencies listed on the job bulletin, you may receive a rejection notice. One interesting feature of our hiring process is that even if you're initially rejected, you have 5 business days to appeal this decision by providing additional information or clarification of your work history and qualifications. Simply follow the directions in the email you get to send in more information. Step 3 is the testing phase. Qualified candidates will then be invited for a test. These assessments are designed to evaluate your skills and suitability for the position. Types of tests may include written, oral, physical or performance, and/or a competitive rating assessment. We'll share a link with some test-taking tips at the end of this session. Referral of the eligible list. After you submit your application and it's determined that you meet the minimum qualifications, you'll be placed on an eligible list. This list is a pool of candidates who are eligible for the next steps in the hiring process. Candidates on the eligible list are ranked based on their testing score, experience, work history, or other relevant factors. Typically, the top 10 candidates plus any ties are referred to departments for interviews for each opening. However, there might be slight variations in referrals depending on specific business needs for some positions. Step 5 is the interview stage. The hiring department will schedule and conduct interviews with the candidates on the eligible list. This is your chance to further demonstrate your fit for the role and to learn more about the position and team you may be joining. If you receive an email that says you qualify for an interview, be sure to respond to the department within 3 days to let them know you're interested in scheduling an interview. Types of interviews may include phone screenings, panels, committees, or group interviews, and is all dependent on the type of recruitment and/or department itself. It could be in person or virtual. Here are some essential tips and tricks for submitting a successful application. Document your experience completely. Ensure your application shows you meet the employment standards listed on the job description. Provide all requested information. Include all relevant jobs, internships, or volunteer activities with detailed information such as start and end dates, hours worked per week, contact information for previous employers, and reasons for leaving. Answer those supplemental questions thoroughly. Be specific and detailed. Never enter C resume or C application, as these responses are not acceptable and may result in rejection. Start early. Give yourself plenty of time to complete the application to avoid last-minute issues. Check your contact information. Ensure your phone number and email address are correct for communication regarding your application status. Check your email and your spam folder regularly. Throughout the hiring process, we will send you emails to keep you updated on your status. Be sure you're checking your email regularly so you don't miss any important deadlines. Attach required documents. Confirm that all required attachments are included before submitting your application. Include certificates or licenses. Add any specialized training or licenses relevant to the position. Highlight your skills. Mention any relevant skills such as software knowledge or technical proficiencies. And add your references. Include any professional and personal references who can speak to your work history and character. Next, I just want to share some of the resources that I spoke about earlier. So first, I have our entry-level opportunities page. So I'll go ahead and drop this link in the chat. And here you can find more information based on entry-level opportunities that we have. Here is their contact information. So if you go ahead and click on Account Clerk 1, I believe this position is not active now, but if you want to subscribe and be alerted when it goes live, you can do so there. But that is our our entry-level career opportunities page. Next, I wanted to take you to our job search toolkit. So this is a great kind of one-stop shop to walk you through our application guide and help better prepare for the written and oral exams as well. We'll go ahead and drop this link in the chat. And then lastly, I wanted to share our executive leadership page. So if you're an executive looking for a position, this is their main page, and you can find more information about them as well. Some of the different benefits we have. Here are our executive services staff within ESA and some testimonials from executives within the County of Santa Clara as a whole. So I'll go ahead and drop all of those links for you in the chat for you to bookmark as well. So, sometimes applicants suggest that our application system is intentionally confusing and biased to favor those who have a connection within the county. But that couldn't be further from the truth. At the County of Santa Clara, we pride ourselves on a very strong merit system, which is our policies and procedures that were designed to ensure there is no bias in our hiring process, and we maintain an equitable and transparent hiring process. So rest assured, your application will be evaluated fairly, and sometimes people wonder if their application was screened by a robot with eligibility decisions based solely on keywords, and this is not true. Every application we receive is read and evaluated by our recruiters, meaning real people review your qualifications, your experience, and your responses. We carefully assess each application to ensure every candidate gets a fair and thorough evaluation. At the county, we have a group of recruiters that operate much like those in private companies. We engage through outreach, social media, and community events, and we also reach out on platforms like LinkedIn. If you're interested in connecting with us, feel free to visit our event page to find out where we will be, or simply accept our message on LinkedIn to start a conversation, and we look forward to talking with you.